Hey, what's going on? This is Dennis H, and I'm wide awake. I don't usually do these type of videos, but I think that it's important. They're far easier to do, far less editing, easier to get out there and get on the internet. So, seeing an interesting story here coming out of California that the water aquifers for drinking water have been contaminated with billions of gallons of fracking wastewater. And I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Not that I don't believe that fracking wastewater can possibly contaminate wells. What I don't believe is that that's the source of the contamination. Geoengineering is absolutely decimating California, and disclosure, I believe, is very close. So what does this story have to do with it? Well, I think this is their cover. I think if people knew what was going on, they would be demanding the heads roll and that the spraying stop. And so distraction, get people looking over here, look over here, and I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. If these chemicals were truly in the drinking water, first of all, the article states that they've only tested 8 out of 100 drinking water wells. Really? Really? These deadly chemicals are in the wastewater, but hey, we're not really interested in testing all of them. It's a work in progress. We're working on it. We've had 60 days since we were notified that our water was poisoned. So hey, these things take time. Nothing to get excited about. Get the get the testing done and find out if people are drinking poisoned water or not. I don't buy this for a minute. I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't buy much of anything anymore. I see or hear. I think this is cover. I believe I believe this is 100% the way they're going to get people pissed off at fracking instead of at the actual EPA or the California Water Board, who's truly to blame, because the fact of the matter is the wells are all poisoned. The drinking water is contaminated by the runoff from geoengineering. Um, I mean, my belief is that they're using chemtrails as a way to get rid of their toxic waste. It's the same argument as why they put fluoride in the water. Well, yeah, it's toxic if you drink it pure, but we water it down, we dilute it so much that it's absolutely not only harmless, it's beneficial. It's good for your teeth. Um, so this toxic waste, I think that that's what these corporations are doing to get rid of their toxic waste, is they're mixing it in with the other crap that they're spraying on us. And I hate that car. Mixing it with you know, the massive um, amounts of other chemicals, and it's diluted into the atmosphere, and so that it doesn't appear to directly harm life below it, but over the years, and especially with the intensity that they're spraying California with, the uh, the chemicals have obviously washed down into the water supply. I mean, I have a real problem. I grew up in California. I grew up in Northern California, but I have a real problem understanding why, if the wells are poisoned, why first of all they're not more interested in finding out the source of contamination. I mean, this is an assumption they're making. Hey, here's a water aquifer. Here's a fracking wastewater storage well that's close by. Ha, must be coming from there. So the chemicals. I mean, I know this is kind of knee jerk me making this video, but the chemicals they're finding, um, don't match. Here they say this is what they found, but then later on they say that. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Later on, they say things like toluene and benzene and other toxic chemicals. So what is it? It wouldn't surprise me at all if all of this was bogus. None of these chemicals are being found. I think that, I mean, it's possible. Growing up in California, I find it hard to believe that, the EPA wouldn't have been on top of these wells. So you're talking about, what do they say, 11? Um, 11 injection sites were shut down in July. I mean, we're in October. How serious could this possibly be that we're just finding out about this now? I just find it ridiculous. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I just don't. So I'll leave a link to the article and tell me what you think. This is Dennis H., and I'm wide awake.